Let's go to the beach.
Hello everyone! It's another week. It's another episode. It's another thing that we did in Panama. But it might sound familiar to y'all because we've already done it. We went back to Isla Iguana, but this time we went whale watching. I think that's a good motion for whale watching, right? Whale watching, because they come out of the water like psh, and then their tails go psh. It's so exciting to see whales that close. It's crazy. We went back to, so you know, when you go to Isla Iguana, you go through Pedasí and you have to get on the boat over there. And last time we went on the boat, we were a little scared, but this time it was a little bit better. It was still rocky at parts. The water was still a little crazy. Just a little crazy. But that's okay, guys. You know, we go on these boat rides knowing that there's going to be an adventure, and so that's what we did. We got on that adventurous boat and we went to Isla Iguana. Notice how I say Isla Iguana? Because I am saying it right now. We thought at one point that we weren't going to see the whales because we didn't see them, and we were approaching the island and we were getting closer and closer and we just hadn't spotted any whales. But then out of the distance, there's two whales that just literally flip up in the air like they do on the movies. You know, you just see them flip up and you see their whole bodies come out of the water, which everybody started screaming and going, get the cameras, but we didn't have the cameras ready. So that memory will just stay in our hearts this whole time. We did see more whales. We saw more encounters. We saw the tails go up, and their pretty little tails came out of the water, and it was so pretty. And they kept coming out and doing their blowhole things, and it was so cool. Oh, great experience. So if you're ever in Pedasí during the time of, I think it's July through September, that's whenever the whales come, because that's where they would go to mate and have their babies, which is so cool. And whales aren't the only ones that actually go and have their babies there. It's actually turtles too. So turtles come and lay their eggs on the beach, and then they go off into the ocean after they hatch, and that's super cool as well. So there's a lot of things happening during the months of July and August when it comes to animals and their babies, and it's really cool. It's so cool. We went on the beach. We saw a lot of shells. We saw a bunch of iguanas again, crabs, hermit crabs. There's so many hermit crabs on that beach. It's crazy. And then we saw a bunch of coral that ended up washing up on the beach. And I learned about coral. Guys. If you didn't know, parrotfish go eat the coral. And when they eat the coral, they digest it. It goes through their system and they poop it out. But when they poop it out, it's like sand. And you know what happens to that sand? It washes up on the beach. And you know what we do with that sand? We step on it. We play in it. So just know, you playing in parrotfish poop. It's fun though, right? And then there's these birds also that's on Isla Iguana. They look like pterodactyls. They're like, or more like, whatever it is. They just look like little mini pterodactyls, but there's so many of them. So many of them. And they all just circle around the island, and they have these huge nests that they build, and it's crazy how many there are. We went back to the area where we saw the really pretty blue water. That was way more up on the shoreline. There was a high tide coming in, and we thought it was gonna rain, and so we did leave a little bit earlier, but when we left, we saw more whales, which was super cool. We saw them do their tail thing, you know, flip that tail up and do their little blowhole, and it was so cool. I sound really crazy whenever I'm talking about this, but it was such a good experience. It's such a good experience. I didn't get my chocolate almond croissant, but I did get a cappuccino before we went on, which was okay. It's okay. We went on a cappuccino. That's perfectly fine. Isla Iguana is definitely something that everyone should experience. It's something that you should go and see for yourself and understand just how pretty and beautiful it is, because it's just, you know, its own secluded little island with many treasures that it has, and has a lot of things that on it that are, you know, interesting and good to know. It's such a beautiful island. The boat ride's a little crazy, but it's definitely worth the experience. And we got to experience the island again, and that was pretty cool. But other than that, that's it, my guys. Hasta luego.